The scandal that broke out in my dad's family when they found out he was having an affair with a man was something I'll never forget. The issue for them wasn't even the cheating itself. It was the fact that he was cheating on my mom with another man. My dad's family is extremely conservative. To give you an idea, when I got a piercing and a tattoo at 30 years old, they came to my house just to scold me, even though I was already married. So you can imagine the shock when they found out about my dad. My parents had been married for over 30 years when this all happened. For many years my dad worked the night shift. But after a health issue he had to take a few months off. When he returned to work, they switched him to a daytime schedule because of his condition. But even after starting the day shift, he kept going out every night. My mom, well, bless her heart, she's just too trusting. She always sees the good in people and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were up to her, she'd probably still be clueless to this day. Thankfully, my sister, who's single and still lives with them, started to get suspicious. She asked my dad, "Why are you going out every night if you're not working nights anymore?" And he told her he was training the person who took over his old shift. Later my sister called me and said, "Something weird is going on. Dad says he's training someone, but he's never home at night. He's out every single evening and only comes back around dawn." I said, "He's not training anyone, he's cheating on Mom." She hesitated, but I was sure. We started brainstorming how we could find out the truth. We considered following him, but that wouldn't work because my sister doesn't drive and my dad uses a motorcycle. I told her, "Keep an eye on his phone. Mom is totally oblivious, so he probably isn't even worried about hiding anything from her." So my sister kept watch. And I was just here, waiting anxiously for some news. Then one night, in the middle of the night, my phone rang. I panicked. Calls at that hour are never good. My sister was on the line, crying uncontrollably. I couldn't understand a word at first. I kept asking, "What happened? Is it Dad? Is it Mom?" And then she said, "Check the photos I just sent you." I opened WhatsApp, and I swear if there was a button that let you unsee something, I would have smashed it. She sent me screenshots, tons of them, showing romantic messages between our dad and this guy. They had clearly been in a relationship for a long time. But what really broke me were the intimate photos. It wasn't about the fact he was with a man. It was seeing my dad, the man I looked up to, betraying my mom and acting like nothing was wrong. I'll never forget it. My sister was hysterical and asked, "What do we do now?" I said, "We tell Mom. She doesn't deserve this." So early that morning I went over and together we sat down with our mom. We gently explained everything and showed her the messages and pictures. First she completely broke down. After 30+ years of marriage, her world fell apart. We spent hours with her, trying to comfort her. And then, something I never expected happened. She grabbed her phone and sent every single screenshot and photo to my dad's family group chat. That's when the chaos really started. His side of the family is deeply prejudiced. I mean, seriously. People started sending voice messages, absolutely tearing my dad apart. He wasn't even home. He was at work. His phone was blowing up. Soon after, he left the group chat. People started calling us non-stop, but since our mom was still in shock, we didn't answer. If they wanted answers, they could go ask him, not us. Later that day, one of our uncles, Dad's brother, showed up at my mom's house, furious, just to make it clear that he didn't support what Dad had done. And I'll never forget his exact words. "That's disgusting. It's a disgrace. If it had been with another woman, maybe we could forgive it. But with a man, that's too much. Mind you, this uncle is a churchgoer, evangelical. He made it very clear that the issue wasn't the cheating, it was the fact that it was with another man. Nobody seemed to care that my mom had just had her heart shattered. Her pain didn't matter. Of course, my parents divorced after that. For a long time, my sister and I took turns staying with Mom, making sure she wasn't alone. She was devastated. And since my sister works full-time, we did our best to coordinate and always have someone with her. My dad now lives with a guy from the photos. I don't know how long they were together before we found out. Maybe years. The only person from his family who still talks to him is their mother, our grandma. All the others, aunts, uncles, cousins, cut him off completely. As for me and my sister, we're still heartbroken. To us, Dad was a hero. We looked up to him. If he had just been honest, if he had told Mom the truth and ended things respectfully, maybe we'd feel differently. But to keep lying to her, sneaking around and humiliating her like that, it's unforgivable. Still, we talked to him. He made a huge mistake, but he's our dad. And that's just the truth. Hi, my loves. What a painful and shocking story. It's hard to even find the right words to describe what this woman went through. Being betrayed is already heartbreaking, but when it's wrapped in decades of lies, secrets, and a family that shows no support, that's just cruel. To me, the problem was never who the father was involved with. The real issue was the cowardice, the lying, the cheating, the choice to keep pretending everything was okay when it wasn't. She was married to this man for over 30 years, and he still chose deception over honesty. And the way his family reacted just shows how much prejudice still exists. They didn't care about the mother's pain, the humiliation, the grief she went through. They only cared that the father was with a man. That's so heartbreaking. This story really made me stop and reflect. What would you have done if you were in her place? Would you have told your mom or stayed silent? And what about the mom sending everything to the family group? Was that courage or revenge? I'd really love to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, Speech Balloon. Your opinion matters, and I love how this community comes together to share, support, and reflect. And of course, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. That really helps the channel grow and keeps me motivated to bring more real-life stories to you all. See you in the next video, my loves.